Very sorry due to the voice connections. Now another story here with me in the Punch newspaper. NNPC oil firm donates 53 million to NGO, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, and Force Exploration and Production Limited, joint ventures, have donated a sum of 53 million naira to non-governmental organizations in Nigeria. This was disclosed in a statement issued by NNPC Chief Corporate Communication Officer Olufemi Soneye in Abuja on Friday. Soneye said the donation, which was part of the NNPC Corporate Social Responsibility Initiative, is aimed at enhancing societal welfare by addressing areas such as good health care, well-being, quality, education, as well as economic growth within the country. According to a statement, NNPC Chief Upstream Investment Officer, NNPC Upstream Investment Management Services, Mr. Bala Wunti, expressed gratitude to First E&P for initiating the donation. Wunti, who stated this during the check presentation ceremony, highlighted NNPC Limited believe in the power of CSR, stressing that the company remained committed to working with its partners to impact the lives of the less privileged. Represented by Deputy Manager External Relations, NUMB, Mrs. Edith Lamson at the program, Wunsi said under the initiative projects and program executed included the provision of classroom, ICT centers, laboratories, and other infrastructural intervention projects, scholarship quiz competition, skill acquisition, and economic empowerment. Wunsi described First E&P forces and leadership as commendable, adding that the partners has apprehended the initiative toward meaningful change that will ensure a better future to all Nigerians. NNPC oil firm donates 53 million naira to non-governmental organizations. The full of the story is in page 5 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch, getting legal Friday, denied an allegation of $140 million bribe from top executive of cryptocurrency giant Binance Holdings Limited. Okafor, who addressed a press conference at the National Assembly Complex, Abuja on Friday, threatened to take legal action against an online news platform. Recall that the lawmaker who represents Aganta Federal Constituency, Anambra State, had during Wednesday plenary sponsored a motion to investigate the escape of Binance executive Nadeem Ajawala in a security breach while in a guest house under the office of the National Security Advisor Malam Nuhu Rabidu. Expressing displeasure over the development, Okafor said, "I am here this afternoon to talk about the false information that has been going on in the social media since after the sponsorship of my motion on Wednesday, May 8th, a motion of urgent national importance in which I talk about the need to investigate the escape from custody one of the executive of Binance, Mr. Nuhu Ajawala. Lawmaker denies $140 million bribery claim and threatening legal action." The full of the story is in page 7 of Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Nigeria food exports reject abroad overhead screening. The Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, said silo mentality, non-utilization of the agency laboratory, testing of export samples, and corruption were some of the reasons Nigeria food were rejected abroad. Adeyeye stated this in an interview with our correspondents, noted that some of these rejected Nigeria food were beans and sesame seed. She said, silo mentality is what is killing us in Nigeria. One ministry does not want to work with another ministry, or one agency does not want to work with another agency. And corruption. Somebody is an exporter, and that person has been sold a lie that will help them get what they have exported. They think of other countries are as corrupt as we are. 95%, if as we are, no, 100% of products that are rejected never came. to NAFDAC because of shortcuts. In March, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Ngozi, disclosed that Nigeria has lost its leading position in the agricultural exports, makes this to the sanitary concerns. The NAFDAC DG, however, said the agency is working, however, changing the narrative and stopping the rejection of Nigeria food products in the international markets. However, we are doing a lot. We have refined our exportation guidelines and regulation. We are more proactive now, and we work with agencies that are responsible for exportation to let them know that NAFDAC is there. Nigeria food export rejected abroad avoided screening. The food history is in page 9 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. IMF worries over federal government's reintroduction of fuel subsidy. The International Monetary Fund has said the silent reintroduction of fuel subsidy by the President Bola Tinubu administration is expected to gulp almost half of its projected oil revenue this year. According to the IMF, the implicit subsidy will cost Africa's largest crude products an estimated of 8.43 trillion naira of its projected 17.7 trillion naira of oil revenue. It made this recommendation in the latest IMF staff country report for Nigeria. The Bank of America had projected that it could cost Nigeria between $7 billion and $10 billion this year if it's imported between 18 and 25 billion liters of gasoline. These latest comments came at almost a year after the president in his inauguration speech publicly stopped the payment of subsidy. IMF worries over federal government's reintroduction of fuel subsidy. The food history is in page 10 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in Nigerian Punch newspaper. Vehicle vandalized as protesting students attack Ede Poly campus. Some protesting students of the Federal Republic Ede, OSUN State have reportedly attacked some buildings on the campus of the Polytechnic, where they also vandalized vehicles belonging to some staff members. According to some eyewitnesses, the incident occurred late on Thursday as some people suspected to be students invaded the campus of the Polytechnic following a raid on some hostels around the Owode area by the operative of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, where some students were arrested and taken to Ibadan Zonal Office of the Anti-Graft Agency. After the raid, the leadership of the National Association of Nigeria Students Joint Campus Committee, OSUN AIDS, in a release or co-signs on behalf of the students body by Taiwo Chairman and the General Secretary of the association respectively, had claimed that ESC operative engaged in a night raid of hostel where the students were residing, arrested an unsuspected numbers and whisked them to Ibadan, Oyo State. The students group, which condemned the act, demanded the immediate release of all those arrested and warned that failure to incident to its demand would compel NAS to move against the actions. Vehicle vandalized as protesting students attack at the Polytechnic campus. The food history is in page 12 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. Banks stop collection of deposits processing fees. Some banks have started the implementation of the Central Banks of Nigeria directive of the extension of the commencement of processing fees on deposits. On May 1, bank resumed the collection of processing fees on cash deposits. Based on the regulatory directive, a 2% processing fee was charged on deposits above 500,000 for individual accounts and a 3% processing fee on deposits above 3,000 for corporate accounts. On Wednesday, the Apex Bank announced an extension of the suspension of the process fee to September 30, 2024. Please refer to our letters dated December 11, 2023. The Central Bank of Nigeria hereby extends the suspension of the process fee of 3% and 3% previously charged on all cash deposits above this threshold until September 30, 2024, the CBN said. Banks stop collection of deposit processing fees. The full list of the story is on page 26 of the Nigerian Punch newspaper. And lastly, with me in the Nigerian Punch newspaper, Nigeria loses 1 trillion naira annually to non-disbursement of combatage fund. Maritime stakeholders have said that the country is losing 1 trillion naira the combatage vessels financing fuel. They disclosed that these are the maritime stakeholders meeting with the new Director General of the Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Dr. Dayo, on Thursday in Lagos. Speaking during the event, a maritime lawyer, Emeka, noted that the country was losing $4 billion due to a lack of local marine transportation. There are 3 legs to shipping: that expansion, ship repairs, and shipbuilding. And the country is losing $9 billion annually to non-participation in international freight services, he said. Abadogun added that the fishing sector of the maritime industry contributes 282 billion naira annually to the country. Nigeria Coastal Resources have an estimated capacity of $504 trillion, currently relied capacity in 106 trillion in exports and imports of frozen fish is $176 million, he added. Nigeria uses 100 trillion naira annually. If you like to watch us live and direct on our website, you can click on www.abntv network. On our social media, we have the Facebook, we have the Twitter, we have the YouTube, and we have the Instagram. On our Facebook, you can click on ABNCV hosting. You can share us and like us and subscribe us if you want to watch us live and direct there. On our YouTube, you can click on ABNCV Nigeria. Likewise, on our Twitter, you can click on ABNCV hosting. And lastly, on our Instagram, you can click on ABNCV Nigeria. Try to subscribe and share us and like us if you like to watch us live and direct on our website or on our social media. Before we come back to another edition of this program, let's listen to what we have for you in our studio. We'll be right back.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 OSUN Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
And I hope we enjoy what we have for you in our studio. Now to another edition of this program, we have the Tribune newspaper. On our headlines of the Tribune newspaper, certain brain disorder manifests in increased religiosity. Court stop pro-Wike lawmakers from holding meetings. Tinubu confers second highest national honor on Abu Jale. PDP crisis will be over soon. Enugu government seal 100 billion naira agribusiness deal. Bandits invade Kongi facility, abduct many students. Judge tell ex-governor Bello, even if my order was made in error, you must appear in court. Now the story in details. The court stopped Wike lawmaker from holding meeting. Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has barred members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, including its speakers, all of whom are loyalists of the ministers of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. OSUN Wike, as members of the Assembly. Justice Charles, who gave the intern orders on Friday in a motion expressed brought before him, also gave an order restoring the defendants from dealing with interfacing, accepting any resolution bills as members of the House of Assembly, prompting that the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. In the suit, members, after hearing from someone on 25 of his colleagues had defected from the People Democratic PDP, on which platform they were elected to the Assembly to All Progressive Congress, APC. In addition, Justice Wali also ordered that the Rivers State government should stop dealing with the affected lawmakers since their seats were vacant after they nominated them for election. Justice Wali said, "It is hereby ordered as follows: any order of interim injunction is granted restraining. Court stop pro-Wike lawmaker from holding meeting." The full of this story is in page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Bandits invade Kogi Varsity, abduct scores of students. Some bandits in Thursday right invaded the Kogi State University of Science and Technology, Osara, and abducted and unspecified numbers of students. It was gathered that the bandits in their numbers entered the schools around 9 p.m. through a bush path and started shooting into the school premises. The institution locally security operatives were said to have displayed gallantry as they engaged the hoodlums in a gun duel for about 30 minutes. Some students who fled the child said the hoodlums invaded the schools around 9 p.m. and went straight to lectures hall, where they and their mates were even having tortures in preparation for their upcoming fall semester examination. The students who spoke to our correspondents on the condition of anonymity lamented that many of the abducted mates were caught unaware and were unable to escape the infractions. One of the students said when the short course subsided, no more than 57 students could not be readily be accounted for, while one student sustained gunshot wound. The Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Abdurrahman Salawu, in a statement issued on Friday by the management, disclosed that the institution was yet to ascertain the number of students abducted by the kidnappers. The statement, which was made available to newsmen, read in part some of our students who were gathered for tutorials ahead of their first semester examination scheduled to commence on Monday, 13 May 2024, were abducted. The exact number of our students involved is being assessed at the moment. His Excellencies Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, the Executive Governor of Kogi State and the State Security Advisor, Comrade Jerry Omadara, as well as the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Abdurrahman Salawu, together with the management staff, swung into action immediately. They got wind of the unpleasant news by deploying members of the various security agencies on rescue mission. Bandits invade Kogi Varsity, abduct scores of students. The full of the story is in page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Newly elected Oyo local government bosses receive certificates of return. The newly elected chairman and vice chairman of the 33 local government areas of Oyo State on Friday received their certificates of return from the Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission. All chairmanship, vice chairmanship, and councillorship candidates of the People Democratic Party, PDP, were declared winners of the April 27 election by the OSEC. Chairman OSEC, Mr. Isaka Alagunju, who presented the local government bosses their certificates, charged them to justify the confidence reposed in them by the electoral through good governance. At the event held at the OSEC headquarters in Ibadan, Olagunju explained that it was essential for all elected officials to meet the expectation of the electorate. He expressed appreciation to the security agency for ensuring security of lives and property before, during, and after the election. He also commended the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAM, political parties, the media, and other stakeholders for adding the successful conduct of the elections. We thank God that no less of life were recorded during the just concluded local government council election. I want to appeal to the candidates that do not make it now to be resolute and trust that in future election that will make it. Sirs and Mas, you are representing the peoples of Oyo State. People should not experience any regret. Their decision should be well justified. Newly elected Oyo local bosses receive certificates of return. The full story is on page 5 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Another story here with me in the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Deputy Speaker loud Nigeria EAU ties call for more partnership. The Deputy Speakers of the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin, has lauded the diplomatic ties between the Nigeria and European Union, saying it was witnessed a steady growth. A statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Mr. Levitis, stated that the Kalu made the appreciation while delivering his goodwill messages at the 2024 European Day celebration in Abuja on Thursday night. Relying on reports by the United Nations, Honorable Kali said that EU bilateral trade with Nigeria has gone beyond 45 billion in monetary volume as at September 2023. He said this year Europe Day celebration holds special significance as it takes place at a time when the bond between European and Nigerian are strengthening in unprecedented ways. Nigeria, as a key nation in Africa, shares a deep and historical relationship with European. Our partnership spans across many dimensions: trade, culture, education, technology, and peace and migration and governance. It is through this connection that we find common ground and build a future of shared progress. According to the United Nations of Trade database, as of September 2023, the EU bilateral trade with Nigeria has surpassed $45 billion. The EU is Nigeria's largest trading partner, accounting for 20.9% of Nigeria's global trade. Kalu further stated that Nigeria is committed to ensuring an environment that will continue to encourage investment and trade with our European partners. Deputy Speaker loud Nigeria EU ties call for more partnership. The full story is in page 6 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And lastly, with me, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Enugu government's pragmatic plan sealed 100 billion naira deals to refine moribund firm. The Enugu state government has signed a 100 billion deal with a company, Pragmatic Pans Limited, a subsidiary of Diamond Stripes Limited, to resuscitate the moribund Enugu State United Palm Products Limited. The partnership will see Pragmatic Pan transform one of the agricultural and agro-industrialism initiative of the late Premier of the Default Eastern region, Dr. Michael, who had laid follow for many years. Speaking during the signing of agreements at the government house, Enugu, the state governor, Peter Mba, said the move was in line with his administration determination to grow the state economy from 4.4 billion naira to $30 billion. This is a moment we must all be very proud of because it represents a major leap in our quest toward the refining of our domain's assets in line with our vision and the promise we made to our people. This investment outlay of over 100 billion naira is very significant because we also use agriculture beyond food security. We see agriculture as business. Enugu government, Pragmatic Palm sealed 100 billion naira deal to revive moribund firm. The field story is in page 27 of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. That's what we have for you on our newspaper review. If you would like to watch us live and direct on our website, you can click on www.abntvnetwork.com. On our social media, we have the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. On our Facebook, you can share and subscribe us on our website. You can click on Abntv Austin. On our YouTube, you can click on Abntv Nigeria. You can share us and like us. On our Twitter, you have the Abntv Austin. And lastly, on our Instagram, Abntv Nigeria. Try to share us and subscribe us on our website, on our social media. If you'd like to watch us live and direct there, you can share us and subscribe to our social media and on our website. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. My name is Kenny Afolabi. Meet us next time, same time by this Saturday. Thanks for listening and bye for now.